What is up, everybody? First of all, as always, just thanks for all the people who've been using our TCG affiliate link. That's really the only way I am making any cash lately with store credit, so it means a lot to me. And then, second of all, let's try something new. So, the red blue list doesn't look good enough for Gen Con, so we're going to try to make a list that abuses all the cards that we currently like in the format and maybe make a whole new list. Our sideboard currently is still just Tabora, which is ironic. We're going to test to see how low we can go for U7s. So that's going to be the goal here. The goal will be to awaken on 3 or on 4. So we're going to look for the type card trait, should be here. We're just looking for Universe 7. And the reason why is that we still are going to have an alternative awaken. So that's important that we still can use that skill. I've done something wrong. Search all cards. Alright, so apparently I don't know how to use this filter. Alright, let's see what we can do. We want red, blue. We want red, and we want blue. Let's try that. Okay, now maybe I have to put on the Universe 7. But yeah, we're just trying to come up with something unique here because I feel like we're really close to a solid list. No, I don't know. Maybe there's just no U7 cards. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. But alright, let's just look for the red-blue. I know a few cards that I want to run, so we can grab those real quick. I would love to run the gods. Gods here would be like 100 times better than most things, but it's not going to work. One of the tricks I thought about with this list is we could probably do a red-blue like combo. Maybe play like Rival Seeker, because I believe he's Universe 7. But the more I thought about that, I was like, it's not really that good. One of the cards we can run is Iskai. So what we're going to do is, right where we're thinking about, we're going to put this in our sideboard. Because like I talked about already, is we kind of have an issue with blue. So let's just put that in there. I mean, not with blue, with yellow. So we got this, and then we're looking for a few other cards that we know we can run. Now, the Android 17s are going to give us a really good... Is it not Android 17? Let's just type in 17. No cards found with 17. Out of red, blue, and I know for a fact they are. So let's just look for card cost, card type. So let's take a look at the battle cards and see. Man, I hate these different things we have to use to build decks. I never seem to be able to figure out how to do it. So we only want red for this, and then maybe that'll do it. Okay. So it's a 3-cost 17. You guys have seen me play it a bunch of times. The reason why we're going to play this is it'll let us have a pseudo super combo, which this deck desperately needs. Without this card, we really can't cast half of the combo abilities we want to cast. So we'll just grab that. I saw somebody play this in their list. I thought that was clever. Little SS4 Brawly action. I don't know if it's good. Now, we can still run Son Goku Sign of Mastery, because this effect only says if you have Sparking 7. It doesn't require us to have a certain amount of U7, so that's really good. So then the last thing we just need is this 17. I'm positive it's a 17. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't find it. It is a 5K. Man, I wish I knew the full name, because I think Android 18 has one as well. Yeah, there it is. Android 17 Universe Challenger. Okay. And then we'll also look for a Gohan, because Gohan would do the same thing, and of course not working because I can't figure crap out. Alright, something is wrong with my things. It's under search favorite cards. Maybe I have to have it on search all cards. Man. Energy cost 1. Okay, here we go. Maybe this is what I gotta do. Awesome, okay. I just had the wrong search filter on, so let's try by Gohan. There we go. Okay, so we can bring this card back. That's the best part about it. And then we can also add like a different skill list. So maybe like Vegeta. Just to bring him in. He costs 2. And maybe like just go up to like just 2 of them. So nothing crazy here. And then we'll see how many spots we have available to see what else we can slide in. Okay, so now this list is pretty good. The only thing that now we can do, what I'm really excited for, is with this list, we could go, let's go 5. Let's go 5 and down here. So with that, we're looking to have, I want to have one more spot, and then you'll see what I'm going to go with. Brawly, man, I feel like Brawly might actually just have to get cut to the side. Can't go lower than 3, and Brawly just doesn't have the synergy, so we'll just have one Brawly in the deck. That makes me super sad. That feels like the wrong card. We're going to grab Baby, and obviously we have battle card searches on, so we'll get rid of that. And the reason why we're going to grab Baby is Baby. Hopefully it comes up as a 3 cost. I don't know if he's a specified 3. Okay, we might have to put it under all. This unison is just too insane not to run. And then now we can have a way to utilize all of these ridiculous resources. So we slow down a little bit where our red and blue let us chill out for a bit. And we run Videl, because she is just snapped crazy good right now. She's in a good situation where she kills 20Ks. And this is currently the list we're looking at. So we're just going to talk about it a little bit to see why this list would work and what some good things about it. So the biggest thing about it is we, of course, have this Vegeta. This Vegeta is fantastic. If I could, I would run more copies of it. I can't. But we want to have at least 2 copies of it. And this will let us have a red-blue and then another red-blue at a later time. Because we have the room, we're also going to grab another card in exchange for those coolers, and that's Frieza. So the idea here is going to be that we can grab the red-blue Frieza, and sadly he is not a U7. If he was, that would be so awesome. I don't believe he is, because this is back of it. This will just give us another chance to play a blue source open. One of the weaknesses I already saw to this deck when I was playing it was double blue was very hard to cast, but double blue was like some of the best interactions we had. So now we have defensive tricks and we have offensive tricks. Ahead of time, you're going to see some clear, weird things about it, being that we have a lot of dead cards. We have, if we were tapped out, we could potentially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 14, 16, 18 dead cards, 21 dead cards, 22 dead cards. That's a lot of dead cards. So we're going to keep that in mind with our hands. We're not going to walk in any traps or do anything crazy. And then one other thing I'm noticing here is I don't think I have my 8-drop in this list. I think I might have cut him accidentally. So that's why I had room for this cooler. We'll bring back the 8-drop. He's just insane. What's cool about him is we can just run 1 and he won't do anything crazy. But if we need to play him, he'll just wipe the board for us, and he's almost like a guaranteed win con. So I'm not sure where he went, but he's really, really good, and it's another U7. So we have the minimal amount of U7 you could run. This list is going to be super problematic to awaken on 3. So if you look at the numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23, 27, 28, 29. Just one half the deck. So we have to have 7 in our drop. The odds of us having that without using effects, very small on turn 3. If you do the math, though, we're going to be putting 4 cards in the drop a turn. So by turn 4, we can awaken alternatively if we have to. You don't need to, but that means that on our kill turn, we can either bring some extra coolers out and then awaken to do more of those interactions. We can play, a big body like an SCR or our 8-drop and then have that extra bean energy open to now play a bunch of other cards. Or the more likely avenue, we can just kind of like chill on our turn 3 and then potentially on our turn 5 have 6 energy. And that would be where we're a good spot. This card right here is effectively the Baby Juvenile is going to let us have a lot of options, and it's going to synergize really well with a turn 2 play of being just a Gohan. So we're actually just going to go turn 2, play a Gohan with our red-blue energy source, and then have 1 energy open. And the reason why we're going to have that for our hand is we're just going to hope our opponent will let us super combo on off our attack and then throw out a cooler and like a Hercule Boo. And then with the Hercule Boo, we'll bring back the Gohan and we'll play it again if we need to. Or, we'll just have a little bit of a board presence and we can slow our opponent down. This build's going to do a very good job of killing our opponent's unisons. So that's the real beauty of these coolers and this 5-drop cooler. This 5-drop cooler is not going to kill a lot of opponents. It always feels like it's going to do it, but nowadays, because of these testing the oppositions, it's so hard to get that final point of damage. I'd say 90% of my final points of damage come from just like a 5k swinging. And then when they finally don't block it, you can go for it. But man, I really like this list. As we talked about before, I probably should cut the cooler the more I'm thinking about it. And one other card, and I don't know what that other card is, except for possibly just a Hercule Boo. So the reason why Hercule Boo is, it's the only one that's harder for us to cast. And then we would just grab ourselves whichever one you guys like. I personally like Shenron, but it's kind of like your preference in this game about which unisons you like. Shenron's very good. This guy right here. Your red cards can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode, and then he can kill 2 15Ks by himself. The bigger deal is I can look at your opponent's hand and take a card. So what makes it really good is you play this card onto, and then when you want to decide what your play should be, you just peek at their hand. Because usually, Sin's not going to die. Obviously, Parasite's way better to play. But if we get this guy, we play him, we wipe our opponent's board, and we attack whatever battle cards they have. Then we pass the turn. Odds are that Sin's going to still be there. We neg 2, and we look at our opponent's hand, and we decide, okay, if we're playing against yellow, let's say they have 1 Meki to negate the attack, but they don't have any other way. Like, let's say they're at 2 life, 3 life, whatever it is, and they don't have a final flash. Man, we know Vegeta's the option, but let's say we know they have a final flash. We know they're at 2. The right option might be to just swing with our unison, swing with our leader, bring out another thing. They might have a ton of negates. Could be playing against blue, and it's just dimension magic, dimension magic, dimension magic. Well, we know after seeing our opponent's hand, we're not going to kill him. So we can just kind of build card advantage. Maybe play some Son Gokus to draw cards. Maybe play some Son Gohans just to look for super combos. And even just play some cards like Android 17 just to draw a card. If we know we're not going to kill our opponent, we don't need to just waste resources. And that's what's really nice about Sin is he gives us an idea for his strategy. And he's not bad to boot. He's a 20k, he can neg opponent's battle cards, and it's all of your red cards can attack opponent's battle cards. And I just like that. It's just very good. Also, keep in mind is one of the weakest decks for this is the Bulma deck. The Bulma deck can do a great job of just going under and then just making a ton of blockers and then ultimately dropping that Vegito Unison. That Vegito Unison has nothing on this Sin Shenron because we can take care of their blockers, kill it, and then go for game when we want to. And odds are they're never going to kill this, so every turn we can get rid of 2 blockers. That's phenomenal. Just absolutely fantastic. Really great because now they have to keep having Vegito Unisons to deal with it, whereas the other versions, it's probably not going to be as great. I do feel bad about this Brawly being at 1 for the skillless package, but I honestly just don't see a way where we can awaken consistently, potentially on 3 without this. Because frequently on 2, when we do tap out our resources, we can do, tap combo with a skillless, draw a card, and then, more importantly, play this pseudo combo, draw an additional card, and put 2 U7s on the drop. And that'll help us a lot. So that's kind of what I like about the deck. We can even do it when we're being offensive and swing. This doesn't feel like it's going to be the best build, but it might be. So we try it. This could be what switches us up, so that way we can have access to blue and have our unisons. Because that's the biggest problem with the deck is that it feels like if I go red-blue, I am missing the stuff that makes it work really well. And so this is the wrong build. We tried that red-green build. And then this is also the wrong build. Ruh-roh, where is it? And it looks like the wifey said dinner's ready. I don't think this is it, so I'm going to see. We're going to try this one more time to see if it transferred the deck over. Okay, deck saved untap. There it is. Okay, and we'll just title this one something simple like Frieza with Unison, because we're kind of like a Frieza deck. Obviously, there's some great cards we could run. There's Invoker cards. We could have Rival Seeker. Sadly, we can't remove any extras from our hand. If we could remove an extra from our hand, Rival Seeker would be insane in this deck. To my knowledge, there's no cards that do that. But if you guys find one, you guys get a free freebie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and upload this list, and then tonight, that's all we plan on doing is testing for the whole week because I'm running out of time for Gen Con. So hopefully you guys like the list, and I'll see you guys soon.